You know, death is something not only mysterious, but also it is a great act of purgation. Do you understand? You understand the word? To cleanse. I'm using the word, I'm sorry you don't understand the words I'm using, but I'll explain each word as I go along. You know, that which has continuity is degenerating. I wonder if you understand this. That which continues, which is repetitive, which is in the same movement, in the same pattern. Whether the patterns may vary according to countries and according to climates, according to circumstances, but it's the same pattern. The moving in any pattern brings about a continuity, right? You see that? And that continuity is part of the degenerating process of man. Whereas when there is an ending to continuity, something new can take place. You understand? This is simple. So we'll go into. You need a great deal of time to go into this question of what is death. Either you can understand it instantly, because you have lived and understood the whole movement of thought as fear, hate, love. You follow all that, and you can then grasp the significance instantly of what death is. But as most people don't do this kind of work, so we'll have to work together to go into this. Though I'm not your guru, so don't be a follower of anybody. What is death? When you ask that question, thought has many answers, right? Thought says, I don't want to go into all the miserable explanations of thought. Haven't you noticed when asked that question, every human being has an answer to it, according to his conditioning, according to his desire, according to his hope, according to the demands of his comfort. You follow? He always has an answer. So without having an answer, if you can, let's find out, without answering it. You understand? The answer will invariably intellectual, verbal, put together by thought. But we are examining something totally unknown, totally mysterious. Death is a tremendous thing. I hope you can do this. We are asking what is death. Obviously, the organism dies. The organism, please listen to it a little bit carefully. If you really want to go into this very deeply, please give your attention, though you may be a little tired after an hour and 5 minutes or 10 minutes. When we ask that question, what is death? One realizes the organism, the body, with its brain, having been misused in various forms of self-indulgence, contradictions, effort, constant struggle, wears itself out mechanically. It's a mechanism. And with it dies the brain. The brain is the residue, the holder of memory. Right? Memory as experience, as knowledge. And from that experience, knowledge, experience, stored up in the cells of the brain as memory, from which thought arises. When the organism comes to an end, the brain also comes to an end. Right? You're following this? Right? And so thought comes to an end. Because we said thought is a material process. Thought is nothing as etheric or spiritual. It is a material process based on memory. Memory is held in the cells of the brain, and its response is thought. And when the organism dies, thought dies. You understand? And the thought has created the whole structure of the me. No? I wonder if you understand all this. The me that wants this, the me that doesn't want that, the me that is fearful, anxious, despairing, longing, lonely, fearful, the me. That movement is brought about by thought, which is also a movement. So that me, put together by thought, and when the organism dies, thought, with its, which is material process, also comes to an end. Wait, go into it very slowly. And you say, is that all? You understand? You follow? One has lived, struggled, acquired knowledge, suffered, and so on, and you say, well, is that the end of it? What's the value of it? You're following all this? I wonder if you're. What is the value of a human being who has lived, struggled, experienced? Value in the sense, what is the significance of it? Just to live such an ugly, stupid, miserable, wicked life, and then end. You follow? So thought says, no, this is not the end. So thought says there is another world. That the other world is still the movement of thought. You following all this? So thought invents the other world. The world where you will be happy. The world where you will have all your desires fulfilled. Where you will be most extraordinarily rewarded, sitting next to God. All that is the movement of thought also. You following all this? See what thought does. See the danger of thought in the wrong place. Thought has a right place, which is to function where it is absolutely necessary. Technology, language, follow all that. But when thought invents and says that is, it is there, it is still the movement of thought. So, when one asks, when the brain comes to an end through disease, through old age, through an accident, through misuse, the misuse of living in an illusion, living in a belief which is all beliefs are illusory. All ideals are not based on fact. There is only fact, not ideals. So the brain comes to an end with the organism, and so thought comes to an end. Thought realizes this very deeply, because thought is fairly cunning. So thought realizes this is not the end. I must continue. So it continues in an idea, in an illusion, in a heaven, or in hell everlastingly suffering, because you didn't obey the laws of some priest. So that is, please follow this. So we are saying, is that the whole meaning of living? You understand, sir? Do you understand my question? You bear children, you have pain, you struggle, you go through such misery, wars, hate each other, like each other, and suddenly end. So one says, then what is the meaning of living? You're following all this? One is always asking, again please listen, one is always asking what happens after death. We are asking quite a different question. What is before death? Not what is after death. You understand what I'm saying? What is before death? Which is your life, right? What is your life? Go to school, college, university, get a job, live, man and woman live together, sex. He goes off to the office, she goes off earning some more money, bear children, pain, anxiety, each man fighting. You following? Going to an office for the next 50 years. What a life you lead. This is your life before death. And you want to know, living such a miserable life, you want to know what is after death. See what you are doing, sirs. I want to weep for you, but it's no good weeping for you. So, is that all? That is a apparent fact, isn't it? Right? Are you following? Without inventing another world, without saying, yes, there is life after death. There is this, you follow? The things thought has produced, and they have written volumes about it. All based on thinking. Right? All saying, I believe. So, if you put aside all that, literally, actually do it, put all aside, all that aside, then what are you faced with? The actual fact. The fact that you, who is put together by thought, comes to an end. Can you bear that? You follow what I'm saying? Can you see the fact of that? All your anxieties, all your longings, when you die, the brain, which holds thought, comes to an end. Now, if as it is so, then we can go into something which is entirely different. So we are asking, when all this ends, what is there? You understand? You understand my question? I wonder if you do. Look, sir, actually, when you are living as you are living now, with vigor, with energy, with all the travail of life, as now, can you live now, meeting death now? Do you understand my question? You understand my question? Please, do you understand my question? Which is, I'm living with my vigor, energy, capacity, the pain and all the rest of it. I'm living. And death means an ending to that living. Right? Now, can I bring the ending into my living? You understood? Have you understood what I'm talking about? That is, to live with death all the time. You understand what I'm talking about? That is, I'm attached to you. In that attachment, which is death, isn't it? I wonder if you see this. I'm greedy. And when you die, you can't carry greed with you. So, end the greed. Not in weeks' time or 10 days' time, end it. Now. So you are living a life full of vigor, energy, capacity, observation, see the beauty of the world, beauty of the earth, and also the ending of that instantly, which is death. So to live before is to live with death. You understand something? Have you captured something? Which means that you are living in a timeless world. You understand? You are living a life of constant, everything that you acquire, you are ending. So there is always a tremendous movement, not a certain place you are fixed. I wonder if you see all this. Can you do all this? Will you do all this, or you listen and say, well, this is another idea, another concept. This is not a concept. When you invite death, which means the ending of everything that you hold, dying to it each day, each minute, then you will find, not you will, there is. Then there is no you finding it, because you've gone. Then you will find, then there is that state of a timeless dimension in which the movement as we know as time is not. I wonder if you understand all this. I must stop. What time is it now? 12:30. We'll continue with this tomorrow, because this is the depth of meditation. You understand? It means the emptying of the content of your consciousness, so that there is no time. Time comes to an end, which is death. You understand? Not 10 years later or 50 years later, but now